and please, if you can, don't take offense to this, but it's here we
That's
go.
typically, that only precludes an offensive statement. That's
Well,
brace yourself.
as you may know, Florida's 17th Circuit Judge Frank Ledee ruled recently on October 24th that the state's age restriction is unconstitutional, writing a 9-page ruling that Florida's prohibition on the concealed carry of firearms strips a class of legal adults of their ability to exercise their very right to constitutional guarantees. Ledee further wrote that Florida's overbroad restriction on the concealed carry of firearms by 18 to 20-year-olds violates the Second Amendment. Also on September 10th, Florida's first DCA ruled the state's open carry ban unconstitutional. Colleges and universities are open environments, making it difficult to prevent unauthorized individuals from bringing weapons onto campuses. Campus bans only disarm law-abiding citizens, leaving them vulnerable, and do not stop criminals who ignore such laws. The Students for Concealed Carry group suggests that in states with campus carry laws, there has been no documented increase in violence. The peer-reviewed 2025 study found no significant changes in criminal rates following permissive campus carry laws in Texas, Georgia, or Arkansas. Gun-free zones are soft targets for mass shootings. They argue that not infringing on their rights by legally allowing individuals to carry weapons would act as a deterrent to would-be attackers and allow potential victims to defend themselves. Law-abiding citizens should have the right to defend themselves even on college campuses. Remember, almost always it is a good guy with a gun that stops a bad guy with a gun. Senator Alenia Garcia, in violation of her constitutional oath, boldly stated that she, and I quote, just don't trust those kids with guns, unquote, and voted against SB 814. Mind you, 18-year-olds can join the military and the police academy without parental consent and are past the age of majority. My question to Senator Simon is, even though both you and Senator Jennifer Bradley, get your armors on, because here it comes, were elected by very strong supporters of Second Amendment and gun rights, it is known that you and Senator Bradley choosing to not attend and to not vote on the 2025 Campus Carry Bill, SB 814, is what caused the bill to die. It is also known that your decision to not fulfill your obligation to represent your constituents to vote on SB 814 prevents legal, law-abiding adults while attending college to legally exercise their God-given right declared in our Second Amendment. So my question, Senator, do you regret causing the campus carry bill to fail, and would you explain why it was that you chose to abandon your post and not vote on SB 814 earlier this year? And if you had to do it all over again today, what would you do differently and why?
Well, so I didn't abandon my post. I was actually meeting with another issue that I was dealing with. At the time, I had a meeting scheduled for, it actually had to do with the, what was the bill? No, it's the, with the VFW. The gaming bill. I was meeting with the gaming commission at the time when that bill came up. So I was in the building. I was having that meeting. Honestly, I didn't think that bill had an issue of passing. I wasn't sure who was going to be there, and then there was no companion bill in the House for that bill. So that bill was going nowhere. But I was also at Florida State University this year, and I was standing in that room looking at the film when I saw two people get their head blown off. And that concerns me. That truly does concern me. I take my hat off to law enforcement. They were there in a minute and 30 seconds. A minute and 30 seconds. I was a student at Florida State University. This is the second time this has happened on that university campus. I think that there is much deeper issues that we're dealing with our young people. We have an epidemic when it comes to behavioral health and mental health concerns. And with those concerns, I think we need to fix that problem desperately before we are putting a bunch of guns on our college campuses. I'm sorry that that doesn't meet this smell test. I'm a huge Second Amendment person. I carry. I enjoy my right to carry, and I think everyone should. But with the epidemic that we have with mental health, and primarily for that young age group, without proper training, I have some concerns. I do. Now, if that bill is a lot more robust on the mental health side of things, I think we could get there. But it wasn't. And after just going through the hardship of losing 2 people at Florida State University, it was the right thing to do. Now, if we can find a companion bill in the Senate or in the House, and if that bill comes up and it has those components where we're strengthening the mental health capacity of what's going on our campuses, right now, suicide is at an all-time high for young people, then we may be able to get there. But I'm not there right now.
I appreciate your answer, but we all know, some of us know that companion bills aren't required. That a bill could pass through either house and then be passed on to the other house. Now, is it likely to pass? I don't know, but it would be making a statement. And as far as the 1 minute response time, that's exceptional. We all know that. There's law enforcement in here. And when we know that it's 6 to 7 minutes response time, guess how many people that a person can eliminate? Just take this room. If we didn't have, there's a couple, this meeting, I attend meetings in this room regularly. There's no law enforcement, all right? Now, lately there's been one sent, but I'm uncomfortable. There's one individual here that's carrying legally that might prevent something happening, but otherwise, it's response time 6-7 minutes. So a bad guy could kill a lot of people in 6-7 minutes. I 100% agree with your concern about the youth, some youth being mentally messed up. Unfortunately, that is a concern. I wouldn't, and people I speak with, most wouldn't object to some sort of vetting, but it's constitutional, sir. And that's my main issue. Like recently, the open carry ban being reversed. I don't open carry, but I wanted that legal right. I wanted my infringements, the infringement on my right to be removed. And you know what? I haven't seen any citizen in this county open carry. There may be, but it's legal to now. And I think that speaks volumes that the majority just wanted the infringement removed. And as far as more so on those gun-free zones, you got these, not only the ones that, the average youth, that young adult that may not be mature enough to handle the responsibility, but you've got the really sick ones, the range, that they hit those, as I said in my statement, that hit those gun-free zones because they know they're pretty safe. They're going to get to eliminate do a lot of carnage before they're taken out or arrested. So I wish that y'all would consider that. And again, it's a statement. You got 2 days, make up a good bill, and put it forward.
Well, Mr. Clepper, and I appreciate that, and I always appreciate these conversations and you coming forward. But until and I'm not talking about television, I'm not talking about actors, until you actually see someone's head get blown off in person, and you're looking at that film with law enforcement, and you're seeing the aftermath of the students on that campus, Until you see that, sir, please, I'm not interested in talking points. I'm talking people.
And my argument, my debate is that in that 1 minute of police response time, the bad guy could have been eliminated. You know,
I will tell you, sir, in watching the film, people were running, trying to save their life.
sure.
These are 18-year-old, 19-year-old kids. I'm not interested in political talking points and platitudes.
Not political.
I'm talking real life. And what I saw on that film that day on that campus. Thank you, Mr. Clepper. I appreciate it.
I get you.
Thank you.
I'm right there with you on that.
I'm afraid I hope for your sake that you're never right there with me,
Me too.
because I still see it. I still see it.
Right.
Thank you.
Representative Shoaf, last real quick thing. Are you in favor of campus carry for legal adults, and what is your reaction to the open carry ban being removed in the free state of Florida?
I mean, the simple answer is yes. I just purist on the Second Amendment. I respect everybody's beliefs and opinions. I fully understand what the senator just said, but personally, yes. And what was the second part of your question?
What is your reaction to the open carry ban being removed?
About time.
Thank you. Thank both of you.
Thank you. Julie Omer.